Hello there, and thank you for joining this episode of Follow Mistress Nurture. I am Mistress Ma Nurture, a master energy medicine practitioner, spiritual dominatrix, and alternative lifestyle coach. And today we're going to talk about one of the questions that I get the most from my callers, which is, how do I find the relationship? How do I find that person that I could have this kind of dynamic with, this relationship that I desire? Right? So we'll be talking about that today in the video. But before I get too much further into it, please, if you like the video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. If you like this content and you want more of it, please be sure to follow the channel. And third, if you like me and want to talk directly with me, click the Learn More button up in the top left-hand corner of your screen. So now what we want to talk about is that very often cuckolds and submissives will be asking me that question, and it's happened so much that I really felt like I had to break it into steps, or else it's overwhelming, because there really are a few. It's not like a magic spell or a love potion. But the first step is that first I tell people, stop looking for a relationship and instead create an awesome life. Take classes, engage in hobbies, continue lifelong learning, go to seminars, meetups, volunteer. Whatever it is that really lights you up when you are doing it, other than serving the mistress of your dreams, of course. But when you are living a life that is fulfilling to you, you will become way more attractive to any dominant woman that you may meet. And while it might not be that you meet your next mistress sitting next to her at the pottery class, it is very, very possible that it could be her older sister that you meet, because the woman from your pottery class invited you to a barbecue at her house. Do you see where I'm going with this? It's about having a full life, not about finding the perfect mistress. And that segues perfectly into the next question, which is, how do I meet a dominant woman? And one thing that I love came from Jay Wiseman, one of our long-established experts in BDSM. And he says that it is much harder to meet someone that you like, who already knows that they're kinky, than it is to find someone that you like who doesn't know yet that they are kinky. And the third thing that is really helpful is bring it up. Bring it up sooner rather than later. First, second, maybe third date. You will save yourself and the other person a whole lot of time if you just bring it up early, rather than after you've developed feelings or entered into a committed relationship with one another, only to find that in this vital area of your life, it's not a match. Because the truth of the matter is that all of these steps that I laid out, none of them is really going to help you if you're still holding judgment of yourself or really worried about being judged. Like, you wouldn't bring it up on a first date if you were really worried about being judged. And judgment is what I'm going to talk about in much more depth in the next video. The thing that is counterintuitive, there is a method for becoming impervious to judgment, and that will be the next video. So like I said, there are a lot of pieces that go into the creation and co-creation of the relationship dynamic that you desire. So I want to I'm just going to ask you a couple of questions for you to just simply allow the question to exist and allow yourself to ponder it without coming up with a distinct answer. But what would it be like if you had no fear of judgment? How much more authentic could you be? How much of yourself are you hiding because you fear judgment? One thing that I found when I began my own journey along this road is that it is way easier for me to be myself now that I really don't fear it. I don't fear, nor do I avoid being judged. And while I will talk more about this particular point in the next video, I do want you to get the sense that most of us have some sort of misconception that the moment that we do not yield to the judgments of society, that we will immediately become amoral, violent anarchists, right? And that's just a fallacy. It's a fallacy that societal judgment keeps us safe or moral or gives us any kind of ethical compass. Societal judgment has one aim, and that is to control. So when you learn how to be impervious to judgment, you don't become some kind of crazed, amoral being. You simply become more of yourself, with more energy, more vitality, more joy to offer the world. And I believe that we can all agree that this world really needs more joy, more positive energy, more vitality, more contribution. And therefore, it becomes a deeply selfless act to look at judgment and to do the work that you need to do to become impervious to it, so that you can be the full 100% expression of yourself here on the planet, doing the work that you were meant to do. And I know that we're talking about sexual issues here, and I know that a lot of us think that sex is a separate part of our lives, separate from our work relationships, separate from our mission on the planet, separate right behind the bedroom door. But it's not, that's really not the case. Sexuality is a vital energy. And if it is blocked or cut off or somehow injured, we are simply unable to give 100%. See, sexual energy is the same energy as passion for your work, passion for volunteering, passion for making the world a better place. So even though I started out this video talking about how you as a cuckold or submissive male can begin to attract and create the relationship of your dreams, I'm ending here with you fulfilling your life purpose. And nobody can live their life purpose if they're spending all of their time trying to avoid or fearing or buying into your own judgment or the judgment of others. Okay? So, darlings, I'm going to leave you with that. And until next time, I wish you total authenticity, boundless joy, and shameless expression of self. Until next time. Mwah.